Hello guys, Abby with you once again, and you are welcome to another video in my YouTube video series on stock investing. Today I'm going to bring a guest. My guest is an expert in the stock market and he has been trading stock for some years now, and today he's going to be here to share a lot of his own personal experiences over here, and you are surely going to enjoy this particular video. So now before I continue, if you are watching for the very first time, I want you to hit that subscriber button and also turn on the bell notification and make sure you like and share my video. So now I'm going to bring my guest now. Let's begin. Hello guys. So I have Gideon here, the stock expert that's actually teaching Nigerians how to invest in the Nigerian stock market. Mr. Gideon, glad to have you here. Good morning.
Yeah, same here, Abby.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So
It's nice being here with you.
yeah, thank you. So now I'll be asking you some questions concerning the Nigerian stock market, and based on the experiences you've had over time, I'd like you to share your experiences and one or two things you need to share Nigerians on how they can start investing in Nigerian stock market. So now let's start with your background. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, like what you do, who you are? Let's just know some things and your name and what you are up to currently.
Oh, okay. I'm Gideon Ehabahe. I'm actually a trained engineer. I did industrial production engineering in my bachelor's and my master's at the University of Ibadan. I actually just transgressed into the financial space a few years ago, actually. But I'm doing well. I have had experiences working in the bank and other financial firms. Thank you, Abid.
Okay. Yeah, thanks so much for that. And that's really impressive. So now let's dive into the world of Nigerian stock market. What actually makes the Nigerian stock market unique? What actually makes it unique? And also, what do you think is that thing that is actually, so special about Nigerian stock market that makes Nigerians to start going into investing right now?
Oh, okay. Thank you for that question. I think first off, we all know that the Nigerian economy is still like a developing economy, which means there's so much opportunity for growth in the economy. Unlike other space like the United States, where you have the New York Stock Exchange. Fine, we already know that okay, yeah, the tech space there is doing really well. But you see, in the Nigerian economy, there's so much opportunities out there. Industries are booming. The banks are doing really well, except for the recent recapitalization, which started I think about a few months ago. But then I would say the Nigerian economy really has a long way to go, and that creates that opportunity for fresh investors to come in and actually cash out big. Thank you.
Mm. All right, that's interesting. Thank you so much for that. So, what are the key factors you need Nigerians need to consider before investing in the stock market? Like, what are those things they need to know before they start their investment journey?
Wow, that's a very nice question. I think one major factor that Nigerians need to consider is that knowledge gap. Education.
Okay.
Education is key before you actually invest in anything. You see people coming out and say investment is scam. But the truth about it is that it's just actually that knowledge gap that is actually giving people that initiative, that investment is actually scam. A lot of Nigerians invest in what they know nothing about. That is why I
Mm.
think a very key factor towards investing is education, education, education. Then, of course, there's the area of experience and excess cash also. But I think I really, really want to hint on that aspect of education. Know before you invest. Know what you're investing in. I think that's basically key. That's basically a very key factor that I would love Nigerians to consider before actually going into the investment space. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That was very insightful, and it's actually to actually justify your point, it's actually the lack of education that leads to mistake, and that's why we start calling the Nigerian stock
Exactly.
market a scam. So now I want you to tell me what are those common mistakes that new investors actually make when they are just starting their stock
Well,
investment journey?
I feel a common mistakes that investors actually make when they are just starting their investment journey is um, actually going in for the investment first before seeking the education.
Mm.
While the right way would actually have been getting the education first before actually putting your hard-earned money into what you're actually investing in. But I think that's one big mistake Nigerians make. They invest first before they start getting the education. And most times you get they say yes, experience is the best teacher, right? But I don't agree with that because I don't feel like you should experience losing your money on the market
Yeah, yeah.
before
Should
you
be
actually learn.
playing trial and error
Yes, right.
with your hard-earned money.
With your hard-earned money
Yeah.
and get the experience with your by losing your hard-earned money. So I think that's one area that Nigerians actually make a lot of mistakes in. Yeah,
Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think that's actually true because instead of just using your hard-earned money to do trial and error, why not just take a very small part of that money to learn? So, like they used to say, when you learn them before you earn, that kind of a thing.
that's true.
I think I get. So
That's
now,
true.
like, from your experience, what are the strategies you feel like as an investor you need to put in place to be successful in the market?
Oh, okay. First of all, I would say you should get your fundamentals right. Like the
Okay.
fundamental analysis. You look at the company from different fundamental dimensions, right? You try to understand you really try to understand the product, like try to
Mm,
understand the company. What really is the company all about? Is the company really making money if I'm putting in my hard-earned money into this, or is it just for the fact that Mr. A is putting his money and he has made X2? Is that the reason why I'm actually like putting my money into? So I think understanding the fundamentals is key, and also putting in place proper risk management, like um, I run a class on stock exchange and
oh,
teach
wow.
people about investments. There's something I really, really like hold important, and that is financial models, modeling your finance. It's actually proper if you come into the investment space with a better risk management strategy than someone who is just coming all in with maybe all he or she has. So I think you actually do better when you actually know what you're investing in. That's a good strategy for me. Fine, it might be too ambiguous, like from the way it sounds like know what you're investing it in. But I think if you actually get your fundamentals right, which is where fundamental analysis comes in, looking at the company from the fundamental analysis perspective, then having the proper risk management plans out there, I think you do better than the average investor out there. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And we've heard a lot about all these investment platforms that actually gives Nigerians the opportunity to invest. We've had the likes of Afri Invest, the Bamboo app, the Trove app, the Chaka app, and the likes. Like from your experience, how can all these platforms actually what do they do? Like what's so special about them? Like what should actually be the main requirements? Like the thing that you really consider before going for a stockbroker?
Thank you so much for that question. I think for me personally, what I consider mainly is security because what's the essence of actually making all that money and then it just goes away overnight? Because why? The security of the investment platform is actually very poor. So I think that's one thing I consider. Then another thing I consider is trust. How well do I trust this broker? That's one thing I consider. Then, of course, you start considering stuff like commissions and fees and the likes. But then security is actually key for me. I want to be sure that yeah, if I'm investing with this broker, I'm certain how much probability am I certain that yeah, I'm getting my money back. So yeah, that's why for me, I actually look at safety of my funds. Like that's key for me before anything else, before commissions and fees and the like. So yeah, safety for me and security and trust. Those are what I actually look out for when choosing my broker.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you so much. So now looking ahead, like, what do you see, how do you see the future of stock investing in Nigeria? Like, are there any trends or maybe like upcoming opportunities in the market that you would like people to know right now? And maybe there is a risk they also like to know, so they will use that one to plan regarding their investments.
Wow. That's a very interesting question, Mr. Abib. Yeah, of course. There are actually opportunities that are opening up like daily. I think recently, the stock exchange in Nigeria is actually considering um, creating a space for tech industries to come in, especially startups. I think that's actually a very good space to look at and look out for and explore.
Okay.
Industries like I don't know if it's proper to mention names here. I think we have Virego, we
Okay.
have Transcorp, we have Boa Foods, we have Boa Cement, we have Dangote Cement, we have Dangote Sugar, and recently Dangote Refinery was supposed to come into the space, but of course there are a little bit of issues. But I feel if Dangote Refinery comes into the space, I'm going to jump on it because I feel like it's gonna like I don't know the impact of that of that organization in the Nigerian economy is going to be like it's going to be something else. So yeah, I'm going to jump on that. So I think that's another good opportunity that fresh investors should also be looking at. But basically, if I'm actually a fresh investor and I'm coming to the space, what I'll be looking at is industries that actually have potentials for growth. There are quite a few out there that have good fundamentals like Kokomo Oil,
Okay.
Fresco, and a lot more. So those are actually areas you should actually be looking at diving into as a fresh investor. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Thanks so much for that insight. And like finally, I would really like to ask a simple question, like in a simple manner to a layman, like what advice will you give someone that's actually coming into stock investing as a beginner? Like maybe as someone just watching this video very first time, someone just getting to know about stock investment for the very first time. What advice we just give the person? Okay, you are just starting out. Okay, this is what I'm telling you.
Okay, the first thing I'll tell you if you're just coming in is get education. And of course, you're supposed to get experience, but in the absence of experience, you could always have somebody to guide you. And freshly into the space is patience. Like
Okay,
you can't beat patience. With patience alone, you can almost always get it right in the market. But then education is key, experience is key, patience is key,
patience.
risk management is key.
Okay,
And in all of these, you actually just have to learn. In summary, it just leads you to learn. Never stop learning. Like there's a common saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. So also in the stock exchange market, the more you learn, the more you earn. So just learn, and learn from the right source. Learn from someone who is getting results. Thank you.
okay, that's perfect. So now, if I actually get you right, what you are telling a beginner now is to invest in knowledge, education, and then the beginner should be patient. That is, you must be patient with the market, isn't
Of
it?
course, don't be greedy. Don't get greedy on the market, please.
And also the risk management
No
too,
need
the
to
risk
do
management part. You need to be able to like manage your risk, like know your
exactly,
breaking point. Not just it's not like just going
exactly.
to carry all the money you have in your savings or maybe and you just put them in
Or
the stock
invest your
market
school fees.
or invest your school
Exactly.
fee, that kind of a thing. I really understand. Yeah, thanks so much for your valuable insights, and I'm very sure
You're welcome.
anybody's watching this video today is really, really going to benefit from that. And before I go, you talked about education. Like,
Yeah.
are you, do you have a platform where you teach people, or maybe is there something? I really want to talk about that education part. I would like, in case maybe there's someone out there that's willing to learn, that will really want to learn from you. Like, what are those things? What are the steps? That kind of a thing. So,
Oh yeah. I I remember my own testimony. Like when I was coming into the investment space, I think I read quite a lot of books, and
okay.
there was this particular book I read by Robert Kiyosaki, and it says um, the only journey through to wealth is through investments. The only journey to wealth is through investments. And so it tells you that investment is not really an option if you're actually like looking forward to growing your wealth. So it kind of challenged me to study more about investment and how it works. I think the first time I even bought my first stocks, I knew a lot about stocks that
Wow,
I
wow,
had
wow.
this guilty conscience to be like, that was happening. You know so much about this thing. Why is your money not there? So I think that was one saving grace that I had personally. The fact that I knew so much about stocks before I even bought my first few stocks. So I was almost getting it very well. Like I got it rightly, even from the outset before I even started. So I think that was a saving grace for me because when I got into the space, I witnessed a lot of market crashes, but I was able to survive it. Why? Because I already knew stuff like risk management, financial models, how to pick the right stocks,
Mm.
how to pick the right stocks for the right reasons, when to pick the right stocks, technical analysis, right? So yeah, I think that kind of challenged me when I was actually encouraging people to actually get into the investment space, to actually create a course. And I actually wrote a book. I don't know if you knew about it. I actually wrote a book on
Wow.
stocks investment. But for now, I have the book on sale, and I also have a class running for stock investment for beginners. It's
Wow. So where can
totally
they get the
beginners
book? Like,
friendly.
is there a website or is there a way they can get the book online?
Oh yeah. My book is being sold on Seller, and of course you could get it directly by reaching out to me.
Okay.
It's just a token. It's about $0.99. It's actually a very funny amount, but it's just to just add value out there. It's not really basically because of the money. It's just to make sure that people don't make the same mistakes that every average person is making out there by investing in what you know nothing about. So yeah, that's why I have a course running where I do a one-on-one VIP coaching for those who come into the class, so that you don't go and make the same mistakes. You don't go and make a mistake that 50,000 naira would have averted, and then you go and lose almost a million naira for same mistake. So yeah, that's why I actually run those courses, and I actually have a book written on it, just to just to create education,
Mm.
like the right education for someone who is getting the results for people out there. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And anyway, I'll get the link to to buy the book from you, so I can add them to the video description, so that in case we might have someone that wants to buy the book online. So, and also
You're welcome.
I'll also be dropping the contact details in case you might have someone that wants to reach out to you in terms of education, maybe to learn, like your one-on-one
You're
coaching and
welcome.
all. So I'll also do that.
You're
And
welcome.
so I think that will come to the end of our video today. And I believe if we actually want to have this kind of video, maybe in subsequent time, we are going to we are going to make
Of
ourselves
course.
available. All right, thank you
Of
so much.
course.
And guys, thanks for watching, everyone. And if you
Thank
actually
you,
find
Abby.
this video helpful, please share and like the video. And also, you can also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you'll also be getting much more videos on investment and finance as time goes on. So thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. So you take care of yourself and bye for now. Thank you, Mr. Gideon.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Abby.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.